If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you'll know that one of my favorite genres of horror is easily analog horror. And that's something that Five Nights at Freddy's is no stranger to. There is tons, and I mean tons, of Fnaf analog horror out there. Most of these are creepy, most of these are very unsettling, and 100% of these are all very, very eerie and unnerving. These are not videos you want to watch late at night when you're by yourself. And a majority of these also follow along with the very same plot line that the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline follows along, which is pretty deep and disturbing as it is. And then there's some that stand out over others. There are some that are very disturbing and dive deep into the lore in their own creative way, and that's what I want to look into today. These are the disturbing Five Nights at Freddy's VHS tapes. Before we even dive into any of that, I want to pretty much explain what analog horror is. It's a subgenre of horror content that uses the visual aesthetic of old analog media like VHS tapes, CRT TVs, and radio broadcasts to create a sense of unease and dread, often featuring low, fidgety graphics, distorted audio, and cryptic messages, mimicking the limitations of older technology to build unsettling atmosphere. And believe me, analog horror tests all of these what I just said to the max. So Five Nights at Freddy's analog horror is so much worse than regular one. And there's a lot of disturbing ones out there, so let's get right into it. The first one I want to look into is called Head Trauma, and it was uploaded by a YouTube user named Static. It follows a person that's walking through the morgue, pretty much doing their nightly routine, when he happens to stumble across a room and notices that there's a body in this room that has not been done or had a full autopsy on yet. Let's just watch this and you see.
That's not supposed to be there. That's definitely not supposed to be there. I gotta call this in.
Hello?
Tom? Yeah, it's Sebastian. I'm at the job site.
Which one?
The mortuary. The one on 3rd and Maple.
Oh yeah, that one. Night shift, right? Do you think you can handle it on your own?
Of course I can handle it. I'm calling because they left one of their bodies out on the table.
What? What are you talking about?
I mean, there's a corpse in the middle of the room, Tom, and it's missing half its face.
What? Are you serious?
Of course I'm being serious, Tom. Someone's gotta fix this, and it sure as hell isn't gonna be me. Okay. Just look through the logs and find the client's contact. Give my number, and have them call me directly. I'll get it sorted.
Alright, I'll get it done. Have a good night, man.
You too. Good night, Tom.
The guy working at the morgue notices that there's a child's body that has not had a full autopsy done on it yet, and whenever he gets closer to the child, he realizes there's a part of his head missing, implicating that this is the child that was bitten in the bite of 87, which just so happens to be one of the infamous mysteries surrounding the Five Nights at Freddy's lore, which has been active since day one, by the way, which he then calls his co-worker to tell him that there's been a body that's been left out, where he pretty much says that you just need to finish up the job that wasn't finished, and that he'll see him in the morning. But I don't think he's actually going to see him in the morning.
Okay, kid, I guess we're gonna be spending some time together. And yes, I'm gonna be talking to you. Because if I stop talking, then I'll actually process the fact that I'm alone with a corpse at 1 a.m. in the morning. God knows how you ended up like that. Realistically, I can't call you kid for the entire night. Where's your file? Let's find your name, huh? Liver cancer? No. Stroke? No. Blunt force head trauma. Well, that's one way to put it, but I think that just about fits the bill. Nice to meet you, Ethan Afton. Well, Ethan, I hope you don't mind the sound of a vacuum, because we're going to be here for a while. Come on. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? I could have sworn I heard. Holy shit!
The deeper we get into this video, the more disturbing it gets. Whenever the guy looks at the cause of death for this child, he sees blunt forced head trauma, which basically further indicates that it was indeed the bite of 87 that was what ends up killing this kid. While he is definitely trying to clean, it's very uneery the fact that he's trying to talk to a lifeless body, and the fact that it's a kid and he's just so casually having a conversation with it is just very uneery and disturbing. Then with the power cutting off, that just adds even more layer of suspense to it that just keeps you on edge. And at the beginning of the video it said headphone warnings, make sure you're wearing headphones, and putting headphones on while watching any analog horror is basically like playing another game of Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just truly terrifying. But the icing on the cake for this video is the fact that the ghost of the child that he was just looking at in the room literally comes out and starts chasing the guy in the hallway. As disturbing and freaky as that is. The text read that, however, this wasn't the spirit that attacked the child, it was the beast. And this is some pretty unnerving and bone-chilling text to be reading from this video, literally after the events of what we had just saw unfold, especially the fact that you could see one of the Fredbear animatronics just glowing in the dark in the background. Just terrifying.
Fucker!
Shit, oh shit, oh shit! Fuck! Fuck! Oh god! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh god! Oh god! Oh fuck! Shit! No!
The events that take place in the second half of this VHS tape definitely outweigh the first half, whenever it seems like he's coming face to face with the person slash animatronic that ended up killing the young boy in the morgue. And after that happens, him and the animatronic have a long conversation about how that wasn't Michael, and how these two are now bonded together, and that he only did what he did to protect the child, which is really disturbing and all around creepy. And it doesn't really explain a lot, however, it does hint that they're looking for Michael or William Afton out there, and they thought that that was them, which is pretty damn creepy, to be honest with you. But it may not have been the animatronic that killed this child, but basically they're trying to implicate that it was the bite of 87 and that the child was the victim of it out there. This is just the first VHS tape out there. We have another pretty solid VHS tape to go along with. The next VHS tape that we have is called Paranormal Investigation, and in this video it follows a poltergeist guy that goes by the Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria joint to check to see if there are any ghosts out there, because there was a lot of suspicious activity going on around the restaurant. And once he gets in there, he notices that there's a lot more than just pizza, family, and fun. There's actually a lot of spirits possessing the restaurant.
Today, but a job's still a job, I guess. I got a call from a kid's restaurant manager saying that they've been experiencing some weird paranormal activity. The place is called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Normally I'd get called into places that are abandoned or at least old buildings that are at least a century old. But, the strip mall itself looks pretty new, and the manager told me that this particular location was opened roughly 5 years ago. He mentioned that these activities are interrupting businesses and that they might have to close this location and reopen it elsewhere if I can't figure out what's going on. So let me go ahead and read off a few things they told me. So, let's see here. Alright. They've reported that mysterious and disembodied voices can be heard all throughout the restaurant. Company property, particularly the animatronics themselves, will often move around the restaurant during the night, even when the power to the building is shut off completely. Sometimes said property will mysteriously disappear, and then reappear a day or so later.
So the premise of this video is basically Freddy Fazbear's Pizzas begins some very strange and unknown paranormal activity around the restaurant during the daytime, so they call upon a paranormal investigator to go and check it out and see exactly what it is. He basically explains that he's never done a Chuck E. Cheese-like place before in his life, however his job is still a job. They basically explain how some things are disappearing and reappearing day to day, and that there's just some very unusual activity going around surrounding the animatronics, so they call him to go and investigate it. Right off the bat, he seems a little skeptical about it and maybe doesn't believe quite what they're saying, but regardless, he still has to go in and do it, and this video gets a hell of a lot better.
Alright, I believe that's everything I need. Yep, that's everything. Alright. Okay, so the power to the building should be cut entirely. Alright, that seems to be the case. Okay, so I told them to make sure that the building's power was cut completely, just to make sure, like if a light turns on or the temperature changes or anything like that, then we could rule out the possibility of it being the power. Also, we need to make sure that it's not messing with the EMF reader. But of course, this unfortunately means that I have to work in the dark. Alright, let's get the EMF reader out and let's see. Well, shit, okay. So I was told that all of their animatronic characters should be on stage and shut down, and there seems to be one missing. I was told there's a bear, a bunny, a chicken, and a fox, and it doesn't seem like the bear one's on stage. Probably shouldn't jump the gun just yet, though. Maybe one of the employees forgot to take him out of storage or something. Regardless, let's go ahead and get set up here. Alright, let's see what the EMF reader picks up. I'm starting to get some chills right now, so there must be something close. I think we got something right here. Yeah, it seems to be in this area. Let's go ahead and set up the spirit box then. Alright, if there's anyone in the room with me right now, please make your presence known. I mean you no harm. I just need to know if anyone can hear me right now. You can either manipulate something in this room, or attempt to speak through this device that I've set up for you. My name is Sean. Can you say my name back to me?
Sean.
Whoa, shit, here we go. Okay. Just so I can make sure that wasn't a coincidence, can you say my name again?
Sean.
Alright, thank you. So now that I know that I'm speaking to someone, can you tell me your name?
Susie.
Susie. Did I hear you say Susie?
Yes.
Okay, hi Susie. Is there anyone else in the room with me right now, or is it just me and you?
They're here.
They're here? Who's they, Susie? What are their names? Do you know their names, Susie? Alright, well if you don't know, that's fine. Just wanted to see if you did know. How old are you, Susie? Do you remember your age?
8.
8. Okay. So you must be one of the children that I've heard about. Alright, Susie. I guess more to the point. How did you die? Do you remember how you died? I'm not here to hurt you in any way, Susie. I just want to understand what happened to you and why you're here. If you're uncomfortable telling me...
Murder.
Murder? Who murdered you? Do you remember this person's name?
Bonnie.
Bunny? You were murdered by a bunny? Maybe she meant Donnie? Like a Donald?
Yes.
Wait, was that a yes? Alright then. How did this bunny kill you?
Knife.
A knife? Susie, was this a person dressed like a bunny?
Yes.
Holy shit. Hold up, I have to make sure the camera got that.
Just something about him being able to contact the poor children that were murdered is kind of relieving, but at the same time incredibly disturbing, knowing that he's talking with a poor innocent child that got murdered by a devious man. And it's just scary how young she was and how you can hear how scared she was in her voice. And it was so shocking to the investigator that he literally said he had to go and redo the entire VHS tape just to make sure he's not just seeing or hearing these things.
Okay, holy shit. So there might have been a murder or something that happened here. Restaurant owners said that they had operated here for 5 years straight and the paranormal activity didn't start happening until after this July. So this may have been something that happened pretty recently. But I have no idea what that actually means though. Maybe an employee decided he or she had enough, maybe some crack job snuck in here with a bunny suit on, or maybe the spirit's just lying to me. I have no idea. I'll have to show this to the restaurant owners to see if maybe they caught something like that on the security cameras. But let me just say that these responses are certainly not unusual in a place like this. Also, what's surprising to me is how direct they are. They're fairly coherent and understandable, and I'm getting them within a pretty short amount of time, which is usually a clear sign that I'm actually speaking to someone. Alright, I turned the noise off. Whoever you are, I'm not trying to hurt you. I just want to have a conversation with you. Can you tell me where you are right now? The fuck is that noise? What the fuck is that? Hello? I don't know if the camera could see that, but I for sure just saw a head stick out and move over there. There should be no one here but me. So I'm gonna have to rewatch the footage to get a better look at whatever the hell that just was. But it looked like a silhouette of a person standing next to these pinball machines. This person definitely wasn't as tall as me, so maybe it was an apparition of one of the children the night guards keep. What the fuck? Look at that. Now it's locked. Is the other one locked? Yeah, the other one's locked too. Well, I was gonna do some stuff in the bathroom to see if I could get the spirit the kid saw to reveal itself, but it seems like the spirit isn't a fan of that. So maybe I could come back tomorrow or something and see if the owners can unlock the door again and maybe take off its hinges so there won't be a door for the spirit to lock, you know? Anyways, I seriously need to check the footage, because I need to make sure the camera even got what I just saw a moment ago.
From what we could see, it looks like he had angered one of the spirits that were still roaming the halls of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza as he was popping out in the shadows, opening and slamming doors, just pretty much showing to the investigator that it pissed him off. And we're going to find out a little bit later on exactly why he's pissed off, and it's pretty freaking disturbing.
Alright, so it looks exactly what I saw, which was pretty much a shadow apparition of someone. It also looked like it could be a small kid, maybe, which would make sense if it's one of the children that the night guards were talking about. That just leads me to believe, you know, a lot more than I did originally, that maybe more than one spirit's presiding here. The voice that kept saying, off, sounded completely different than the first spirit I talked to, so I don't know. Let's, go ahead and turn the spirit box back on, see if we can get anyone else here to talk with me, and also see if any other activity will happen tonight. If not, then I'm probably gonna call it quits for tonight. Holy shit. Hello? That's gotta be one of the children. Oh. Huh, well, I guess that explains where you were the entire time. I'm having a bit of a hard time believing you were left like that, though. I want to at least try to do a session with one of these things, so I guess now's a better time than any to see if these spirits are in fact controlling the animatronics themselves. Going in with the big guns now. Gonna set up an ovulus for this session.
Q&A mode.
So hopefully I can get some clearly spoken words. Alright. Is there anyone in the room with me right now? Anyone who'd like to communicate with me? I of course mean you no harm. I just want to know if someone else is in here with me. So you're saying you're in front of the bear?
Inside.
Inside? Are you the one who moved the bear in here? Gabriel, why are you possessing the animatronics here? I'm not gonna assume you're doing it... Trapped? You're trapped inside that thing? How did you get trapped? Gabriel, I know this may be uncomfortable for you, but I can't help you unless you answer my questions. How did you get trapped in that thing? Okay, well, if you're still troubled by what happened to you, then I guess we can skip those questions. If it means you'll keep talking to me. Okay. Do you remember how you died, Gabriel?
Murder.
There it is again. Murder. That's exactly what Susie said. Do you remember who murdered you, Gabriel?
Him.
Him? What do you mean him, Gabriel? Do you remember his name? Gabriel, whether you're trying to or not, you're causing a lot of problems for the people who own this place. Now, if you help me out...
He must die.
Will pay.
I assume you're talking about your killer. I don't know if I'm going to kill him, per se, but I'm willing to find him and make him pay for what he did to you and Susie. Now just tell me what you remember of him. Did you catch a glimpse of him, maybe? Do you remember what he looked like? What he was wearing?
Purple.
Purple. Okay, purple. Well, at least that's something. I was told by the restaurant owner that the employees here wear purple outfits. Did this person look like he worked here, maybe?
Yes.
Yes. Interesting. Did you ever see his face? Can you describe it to me?
No. Too dark.
No, too dark. Okay, so it must have been too dark to make out the facial features, I guess. Alright, so one last thing I want to ask before I go. I was talking to another spirit here named Susie, and she mentioned something about someone in a bunny suit. Does that sound familiar to you? Gabriel, are you still there?
Get out.
Get out? Why? Why do you want me to leave, Gabriel?
Get out.
Get out.
Have I said something to upset you?
Get out.
What the fuck? Why did this just go out? What the fuck? Whoa, 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 what the fuck? Holy No, come on, come on, come on!
So a lot happened in this video. We first of all met the two souls, or at least two of them, that were trapped inside of the suits, Susie and Gabriel, and they were both deeply disturbed as to what had happened to them and having a hard time talking about it. And not only that, they weren't the only ones in the building with the investigator. It was also William Afton in there. Yes, we don't know for sure, but a pretty good guess that it's William Afton was the one that shot him and was the one that Freddy or Gabriel was screaming at to get out of the room. So that was pretty terrifying, and that was one of the more well-done analog horror / VHS tapes I've seen under these Five Nights at Freddy's videos. So shout out to the YouTube channel Spectre that ended up making this beautiful analog horror video. It was so well done, and it's one of my more favorites out there. This video has been dragging on for a little while. We're at the 30-minute mark of this video, so I think we're going to end it on here. However, we do have plenty more disturbing FNAF VHS tapes to go over with. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure y'all leave a like, and go ahead and comment down below the next analog horror videos y'all want me to watch next and go over. There's plenty to pick from, so don't be shy. And if you enjoyed this content, make sure you consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.